in order to find values that are undefined, what you do is you just look at the denominator. You don't really care about the numerator. And what you want to do is you want to set the denominator equal to 0, because you're not allowed to divide by 0. Now when you set that equal to 0, it's best just to factor it. So I factor it right here using this little x. When I factor it, I set each factor equal to 0. Since they're the same, I don't have to set both because they're the same. When I set equal to 0, negative 8 is a restriction. And undefined, it creates a 0 on the bottom. For number 2 here, when I want to simplify, what you're doing is you're trying to factor it down so you can divide out like pieces that are on top and bottom. So you look at the top here, do you see I pull a negative 2 out? And then I'm left here with a difference of squares. See, they're each squared with a minus between. So once you do that, negative 2 is out front. Since it's a difference of squares, you have a plus 3 and a minus 3. And on the bottom, in order to factor that, I use this x, negative 18 on top, 3 on bottom. That would leave you x plus 6, x minus 3. That's on the bottom. Right here divides out. And we're left with this right here, which is right there. All right, number 3, we're going to solve for v. In order to solve for v, the first thing you want to do is find your lowest common denominator. Now, you could just technically multiply by the biggest denominator first. So you could either do by 8v or 10 and multiply everything, then slowly one by one as you multiply by each denominator, or what's left after you simplify, that can work. Or you find the lowest common denominator. And if you think about it, doesn't 8v go into this, 10 go into this, and v go into this? You can also just multiply all the denominators and multiply by that. The best way to make it all easy, the easiest way in the end, is to find the lowest common denominator. One more way on getting the lowest common denominator. Look at the numbers first. What numbers 8 and 10 go into? It's 40. And then v and v, the lowest thing that is, they go into is v. Okay, now what do you do with this? 40v is you multiply both sides, which is right there. Once you do that, what you'll notice is 40 divided by 8 is 5, and the v's divide out, leaving you that. All right, and then you go 5 times that right there. Right here, the 10 cancels with the 40, leaving you 4. 40 divided by 10 is 4. The v is still there, so we have 3 times 4v right there. And then the v's divide out, leaving you 1 times 40. And then we simplify. So we got this, now we simplify, so we distribute. Here we combine the v's, then we just solve for v, and you get 30 over 17. Now make sure you check for restrictions, because your answer could not even work. And we know v equals 0 is a restriction because the denominator here is v for both these, and if that was 0, the whole thing was malfunctioning. For this last problem, we are going to solve as well, so we first need to find the LCD. And here's what I got for the LCD. And what I do first is I first want to factor any denominators that aren't factored. So I look at this and say, I'm going to factor this. And when I do, I get this right here. And what you'll notice is they share v plus 5, which is nice. So what I do is I take the biggest one, 4v plus 5, 4 times v plus 5, and I look at the other one again and say, that's already in it, so I don't need to bring extra. I don't need to multiply these together. I don't need to do too much. You want the lowest common denominator. So that right there is the lowest common denominator that I multiplied all parts by. So right here, the v plus 5 disappear, leaving you 2 times 4 with a negative. Here, the whole thing cancels, leaving you the negative and the 8. And here, nothing cancels. So I first did 3 times 4 is 12 and left the v plus 5. Here I distribute, combine like terms, and then I start solving. So I start moving this over, get v by itself, and I got negative 5. Now the problem here, why did I cross this out but no solutions? Because negative 5 is a restriction. If I go over here, isn't negative 5 plus 5 equal to 0, which errors out? So my answer is actually a restriction. It's undefined. So I cannot even use the answer I got. So there are no solutions to this problem.